Hello guys, and today I'm going to show you a game where I drew by repetition. I was doing badly, but there's always repetition, and if you can continually check somebody, then you can also get a draw by perpetual check. I wasn't sure if this was perpetual check, it probably wasn't, but I managed to trick them into a draw by repetition. My favourite opening, where I basically move the king, rook, pawn. Nothing too eventful here. Terrible blunder by me. I forgot that I hadn't moved this forward. He blundered, so I managed to get his bishop. I managed to get his knight. Some question whether knights are more valuable than bishops, and it depends on the situation. My opponent correctly anticipated I was trying to attack that pawn. That was a blunder. My thinking here was to attack that pawn. And if my opponent had taken the bait, I would have then, after I'd taken the pawn, then I would have taken the rook with my queen, but it didn't work out like that. They took my knight and I didn't spot that. One of a series of blunders. They castled. I castled, which is quite rare, because I don't normally castle very often, but never mind. We both castled on the queen side. I think it was the queen side, alright. Yep, we both castled queen side, yep. Threatening my queen. Well anticipated, because I wanted to try and move here. And if I hadn't lost my bishop, I may have been able to somehow do it, but never mind. Knight exchange. My queen is being threatened. Move my queen to safety. Also threatening this bishop. The bishop gets protected. The idea here being I wanted to try and force a rook exchange so that I would take their rook, and then they took my rook, then I would take their rook as well. But it didn't quite work like that. They anticipated straight away what I was up to and went for a rook exchange. Very clever. This is threatening a potential checkmate on this file, because I cannot move the king up. I don't like that, so I get them to check. This move is cleverer than it seems. I know what they're next going to do is take my bishop, which is what I wanted. Now I can immediately check them, and now I can take this pesky pawn, which is very threatening. If I hadn't taken that pawn, I would be facing an early checkmate. Move the king out the way so that this is to prevent a checkmate. They see what I'm up to and are trying to create another queen. I think I'm in deep trouble here, so I'm going to try and aim for a draw. I go straight for a check. Another check. They move it back again. Check. They've worked out what I'm up to, so they think they probably worked out I'm trying to draw by repetition, so they've decided to move this out the way. Now I move up here. They can move this back again to where it was. And by doing so, I just move it back again, draw by repetition. As I said, some of their pawns did look quite frightening. This one. This one could have possibly gone down and caused some trouble, I do not know. I couldn't take the risk, so I aimed for a draw and got draw by repetition. So even if you look like you're winning and you've got more pieces, be careful that somebody may put you in check a lot of times and get draw by repetition. Could they have got out of it? Well, supposing they'd realised their mistake at this point, they could have moved there instead. It would have meant them losing their rook, but it would have avoided the repetition. Another thing they could have done was, instead of going there, they could have gone here instead. Then I could have gone there, then they would have gone here. I could have gone there. But maybe that's worse. I don't know, then I could go there. Eventually, they probably would have been draw by repetition, no matter what they did. Because it looks to me like perpetual check, but I could be wrong. Anyway, be careful of draw by perpetual check and draw by repetition. Okay? Never give up. If you're losing, just aim for a draw. Thanks for watching. Bye!